So for Impact, win with Lashley being accompanied by the American Top Team, which is Lashley's mixed martial arts team that he trains with. He'll face Matt Sydal tonight in a one-on-one bout in the main event. The first match was Sienna defending her GFW championship against Gail Kim. I knew that Sienna would routine, and she did just that. But what shocked everyone is the return of Taryn Terrell. She attacked Gail Kim, and then after Impact went off the air, she said that Gail is focused more on her husband and her family than being a wrestler, and that upsetted Taryn, and she wanted to make Gail pay for it, and she cost Gail the the GFW Knockouts Championship. And then it was Bruce Pritchard kind of promo, basically that because Alberto Patron is no longer the GFW World Champion, and it's because he was stripped of it because of an altercation he had at the airport. His actions and his attitude have really raised the ire of the management of Impact, and so they had to strip him for the good of the company. And then Bruce said that it'll be returned to the owner that had it before Alberto, and that was Lashley. But instead of him, it was Jim Cornette. And I knew it was him because the internet spoiled it for me just before I went to my friend's house to watch it last night. So basically he says that Bruce that Jim Cornette is a new boss, and he fired Bruce Pritchard, and that's a new day, and that everyone has to put themselves, and that there will be no handouts anymore. Everyone has to work hard for what they have to get. And then the next match was the final match of the Super X Cup. It was Desmond Xavier versus Ishimori. I thought that and hoped and prayed that Desmond would win, and he did. Just for the fact that I'm a huge fan of him and hoped he would win, and he did. So I'm really happy for that. He beat Ishimori when he hit a handspring enziguri to beat Ishimori. And then it was Sanjay Dutt and Chevrolet in a ladder match for the X-Division Championship. I thought that Sanjay and hoped would win, and that's what he did. But what shocked everyone in that is that during the match there was the return of the Canadian Destroyer himself. Yes, Petey freaking Williams. He helped out Sanjay after one of Trevor's best friends, Caleb Connolly, helped out Trevor to hopefully get Sanjay to hopefully have Sanjay lose, but Trevor Williams were there to the aid of Sanjay and hit Caleb. Hit Caleb with the Canadian Destroyer because he is from Canada. And then it was the debut of Ohio versus Everything. I'm still new to them, but they're known as the Christ Brothers in different promotions. But I'm still new to them, and over time I'll know more and more about them, and I'll be able to cut that. They beat um, they beat their opponents. Uh, and then when Jim Cornette was saying how everyone has to earn his or her their spot, he said that next week there will be um, a 20-man gauntlet match for the GFW Global Championship. Um, and the winner of that is going to be the new champion. And then the main event was Matador versus Lashley. I thought that Lashley would win, but in surprise twist, Twist Seidel beat Lashley when hit him with a shooting star press. And then um, um, after a member of Lashley's team was so upset at Lashley losing that he actually choked out Brian Hebner, and then the last event before the show went off the air was a vignette for Johnny Impact, or better known as Johnny Mundo in Lucha Underground, and he can work both in Lucha Underground and Impact Wrestling. He can do both of those. And for the update on the Green Mile, basically it has about a mouse that a former inmate had, and just about how it made the people like Paul happy to see it, and want to feed it, and it made other people um, Percy upset and wanting to really kill the mouse. And then one day when Dave, Pete, and Percy were in office, Percy saw the mouse and he threw his his police baton, at the mouse, but the mouse managed to dodge it and get out of the way. And in one part, the mouse slid under a door that went to a rubber padded room for people who were a bit crazy, or not mentally all the way there. And they found his hiding spot, and that was basically up in the ceiling where there was like a hole where he hid, and there was some colorful piece of wood that reminded him of his former owner, Delacroix.